The subterranean Chamber of Secrets was created by Salazar Slytherin without the knowledge of his three fellow founders of Hogwarts. The chamber was, for many centuries, believed to be a myth. However, the fact that rumors of its existence persisted for so long reveals that Slytherin spoke of its creation and that others believed him or else had been permitted by him to enter. There is no doubt that each of the four founders sought to stamp their own mark upon the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, that the intendant would be the finest in the world. It was agreed that each would construct their own houses, for example, choosing the location of common rooms and dormitories. However, only Slytherin went further and built what was in effect a personal secret headquarters within the school, accessible only by him or by those he allowed to enter. Perhaps, when he first constructed the chamber, Slytherin wanted no more than a place in which to construct his students in spells of which the other three founders may have disapproved. Disagreements sprang up early around teaching of the dark arts. The snakes carved around the Chamber of Secrets being a reference to Slytherin's powers as a Parselmouth, and as we know, a Parselmouth is a wizard or witch with the ability to understand and talk to snakes using Parseltongue. A Parseltongue is the language of snakes. The ability to speak Parseltongue is usually inborn. A wizard is born being able to speak Parseltongue, and those who are not born with the ability cannot normally learn the language. Perhaps the best known Parselmouth was Salazar Slytherin. His heir, Tom Riddle, possesses this ability as well, and transferred it to Harry Potter by his attempt to kill him with the Killing Curse. What is certain is that by the time Slytherin was forced out of the school by the other three founders, he had decided that henceforth, the chamber he had built would be the lair of the monster that he alone or his descendants would be able to control, a basilisk. The basilisk is a giant serpent. It lives many hundreds of years and it's able to kill the victim only by looking directly in the eye. Moreover, only a Parselmouth would be able to enter the chamber and control the basilisk. This, he knew, would keep out all three founders and every other member of staff. The existence of the chamber was known to Slytherin's descendants and those with whom they chose to share this information. Thus the rumor stays alive through the centuries. There is clever evidence that the chamber was opened more than once between the death of Slytherin and the interest of Tom Riddle in the 20th century and the time of a student called Gervinus Gaunt, direct descendant of Slytherin. Successive headmasters and mistresses, not to mention a number of historians, searched the castle through it many times over the centuries, each time concluding that the chamber was a myth. The reason of their failure was simple. None of them was a Parselmouth. Whispers that a monster lived in the depth of the castle were also prevalent for centuries. Again, this is because those who could hear and speak to it were not always as discreet as this may have been, as nobody else could hear the creatures sliding beneath floorboards and laterally through the plumbing. They did not have many believers and none, until Riddle dared unleash the monster in the castle during the year 1942. Riddle located the secrets entrusted to the Chamber of Secrets during his research on his heritage and was able to control the basilisk as he was the heir of Slytherin. Riddle turned the basilisk loose on the school and injured many. The last victim was a student named Myrtle Warren, who was killed in the girls' bathroom. Hogwarts was due to be closed, which upset Riddle, who did not want to return to the Muggle orphanage in which he was raised. He framed fellow student Rubeus Hagrid, who had concealed a pet Acromantula named Aragog. Riddle convinced the headmaster at the time, Armando Depe, that Aragog was the monster that had terrorized the school. Hagrid was wrongfully expelled, and Riddle received an engraved trophy for special services to the school. Riddle thought it was no longer safe to open the Chamber of Secrets. Riddle, now wanting his research to be for naught. The Chamber of Secrets was reopened in 1992, when the diary of Tom Riddle controlled Ginny Weasley. Ginny was compelled to vandalize the school by painting terrifying messages on the corridor walls outside Monty Murtaugh's bathroom. The first message was, "The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. Enemies of the ear, beware." Opening the Chamber of Secrets let the basilisk come out and made people look at it in different ways, which petrified many students, including Colin Creevey, Justin Finch Fletchley, Penelope Clearwater, and Hermione Granger, besides the ghosts, Nearly Headless Nick, and Argus Field's cat Mrs. Norris. But fortunately that time, no one was killed. On the 1993, Ginny was taken down to the chamber to die, while Riddle intended to feed off her life force in order to become fully alive again. Harry, Ron, and Defense Against the Dark Art Professor Lockhart went to the chamber to rescue Ginny, as a message had been left that she was held prisoner there. Her skeleton will lie in the chamber forever. Harry battled the basilisk with the Godric Gryffindor sword, which came out of the Sorting Hat, and was helped by the timely arrival of Fawkes, Dumbledore's Phoenix, who clowned the basilisk's eyes out and brought the Sorting Hat. And then Ginny, Lockhart, and Ron were carried by Fawkes out of the chamber. On 1998, during the Battle of Hogwarts, Ron and Hermione went back to the Chamber of Secrets to retrieve more basilisk fangs, since they needed basilisk venom to destroy Voldemort's Horcruxes, as they did not have the Sword of Gryffindor at the time. Ron was able to open the chamber by mimicking the Persephone that he had heard Harry use in his sleep to open Salazar Slytherin's locket, and that was the last time the Chamber of Secrets was opened.